Alright guys, welcome back to HTML, the introduction to HTML, and we will be overviewing styles today as far as background color, padding, font families, text aligning, the border of divs, padding, font families, height, width, borders, and floats. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to go into the source, and we'll be changing a couple things today. First, I'm going to write channel name. Alright. And I'm going to take this paragraph out. And instead, I am going to make a div. Alright. And I'm going to end the div here. I'm going to take out this line break. Now, here's the main section part, so I'm going to create another div. Okay? And I'm going to take this whole div out. And then I'm going to close the div. First, take this out, this line break. Alright guys, so if we go over here into preview, that is it. Okay, that's all I've got right now. I'm going to go back into normal, and as you can see, there is red lines around the text and down here. So this is the first div, which is going to be our header. The second div, which is the body, basically, of the whole website. And I'm going to make a footer now, creating a div with paragraph. Let's do... Thanks for visiting my website. And I'm going to write who it was made by. I would include who it was made by. And then close the div. Close it, not open another. Yes, you can open divs inside other divs, which is a great thing, I think. So, to get to styling today, our page looks like crap. Like it seriously does, okay? It's just basically text and an image, and that's about it. So, and a couple of links. So, what we're going to do now is we're actually going to name our divs by doing something called classes. So you're going to write after your div in the arrows, you do space, class, equals sign, and then you're going to write quotations in the quotations. In those quotations, you're going to write what you want your div to be named. So in this part, I have a if we go back to the normal, I have a 3-part website, okay? 3 div. The header, basically the body or the content section, and the footer. So I'm going to go back to my source, and I'm going to type in right here in the class, I'm going to write head for header. Next, you don't have to close the div. The div can stay the same as closed. You don't have to name that. I'm going to write class. And then I'm also going to write in here again, I'm going to write content. Alright. Now lastly, I'm going to come down here and then put foot for footer of the website. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go back in, and as you can see, our three divs. So now what we're going to do is in the head, we are going to, right after the opening head, we're going to create a style tag. Okay, and then make sure you close it. Now, in these style tags, you're going to write basically a part of CSS, which is styling sheets. And so basically, it's going to just tell the website what it's doing. So, first, we're going to put dot head. Okay, that is telling the browser that you're styling this head right here. So we're going to put one of these little things. Okay, and then we're going to put first one, and most simplest probably, is background dash color, which is of course background color. So what that's doing is it's actually putting the it's changing the color of the back. So you're gonna the background. And then you're going to put your color, okay? You can, of course, enter hex colors, or you can enter just words like that, and then semicolon, okay? Now we're going to do one of those closey things, excuse me, and then we're going to preview. There we go. There's gray. So, let's see. That's too dark of a gray. So I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to type in light gray. There we go. So there is a light gray. So then I also want my footer to have that. So we're gonna go down one, and then we're gonna type foot. And then we're gonna do one of those opening symbols. Okay. And then one line down, we're gonna write background color again. Okay. So write background color, and then I want that light gray also. And then do one of the closies. And then we're gonna do the last one, which I'm gonna title main instead of content, because it's like the main part of the page. So main, and then do one of those open symbols, and then go down, typing in the background color, yellow. Now you don't have to be this crazy with background colors, I'm just giving an example. But there we go. See, so you have your so it's actually starting to look like a design, right? You have your header. So now the next one is font family. So what you're going to do is, as you can see, it's like a Georgia Times New Roman kind of font. And so that's a little bit boring. So if you want, you can go back in here, and between this and this is everything it's reading that it wants you to do. So what we're going to do now is the next one we're telling it to do is font family. It's font dash family and colon, and let's see, what do I want? I'm going to do impact. Actually, I'm going to do Arial, and then sans serif. Okay, so what that's doing, excuse me, is it's telling the browser if it doesn't have a font that you want, then you can just use that. So, font family, and if it can't read the Arial, then it'll go to sans serif. You get it? So, then we're going to go back. Voila, there we go. So, it's Arial now. So, we're going to go back to our source, okay? And let's say I want impact. Okay, I'll go back. There we go. So next, I want my main to have a font family, but I want that to be Arial. I would recommend Arial then sans serif. Excuse me, just because that's kind of like the default of it. So that's basically what you're going to want to do. Okay, so now I'm going to type a paragraph in my div, and in the main, let's see, where should I put it? I'll put it right here. P. Whoa. And close this tag again. And there we have it. So, what we're going to do is you're going to want to make that capital, I believe. That's what it is. And so, a lot of times things can go wrong in code. Okay? So, it looks like it's not coming out to be what I wanted it to be. I told it to be Arial. So we're going to figure out why this is. Alright, if we come down here, it looks like we're editing the main. That goes all the way down into here. Okay. We're going to delete this because I'm not sure what that is. And let's go into, that's the closing div, that's the opening div. So I'm not exactly sure what is wrong with it. Let's try different. Let's try impact. Okay, so as you can see, it's still not working, and sometimes coding does not work and you just have to fiddle around with it. So I'm gonna just pause the video real quick and try to see what was wrong with it. Guys, I have figured it out, and apparently it's just one little thing, you know, that you miscode and it messes the whole thing up. So what I figured out is that you have to put semicolon right after to tell the browser that you're separating, and look at that. There we go. Okay, so now for the bottom, the footer, I'm going to change this to, for the font family, I'm going to change that to Arial also. Arial and sans serif. And make sure you put the semicolon. Okay. Our next thing would be the border of your div. So if I wanted a border on my header, I would come down here and put border. Okay. Colon. Let's have it be like 3 pixels, and then what you're gonna do and then you're gonna type the color, space, type of color, semicolon, preview. So apparently that did not work. I don't believe so. Again, this is just another glitch that I put somewhere. Let's try 9 pixels to just see if this is under the head.